My name is Benjamin Wien and I currently work as the head of IT at the Stadtwerke Dinslaken GmbH. We are a public utilities company, so we provide gas, electricity, heating, district heating to the people in our area. Our company is about 400 employees right now, but we're growing. Before we started with Everphone, it was a heavily manual task. We had about 200 devices, one guy who was in charge of installing and configuring and securing these devices. He didn't do anything else the whole day. You might think that handing out smartphones to your employees is an easy task, but in the end it isn't, because you can't just buy it somewhere and give it to your employee. You have to configure it, you have to secure it, you have to run some kind of mobile device management, and you have to check for data security and so on and so on. We always want to provide, as IT, we always want to provide high quality service to our employees, so this was very, very time consuming. The situation for our employees was very unsatisfying because we were running on one vendor and one model. So it was always Apple and it was always the cheapest iPhone model available at that time. And there was no possibility to choose a device. Every employee that uses a smartphone for private reasons, of course, had to have two devices, one business and one private phone, because we didn't allow the personal use. Android users always had to adapt to the iOS environment because we didn't hand out Android. Okay, you don't really have a choice. If your boss says you need to be available and you need to get your mails on the way, you have to use the iPhone, no matter if you use an Android at home or not. When we started with Everphone, we didn't look for a device as a service at all. We were looking for some kind of mobile device management service, and when we had the first contact with Everphone, I remembered quite clear. You were telling us the same thing I hear every day on LinkedIn. We're going to reduce your costs, we're going to reduce your complexity, and everything's getting better, and so on and so on. And at first I thought, okay, this is nothing special. But then there were two things that were really important for our decision making. And the first one is that the Everphone business model stands for sustainability. Sustainability is very important for us as a company because it is deep in the DNA of Stadtwerke Dinslaken. We are providing sustainable energy, we are providing sustainable heating for our city. So it's good to have a partner that helps us, the IT, to reduce the ecological footprint that we have with the things we do. And the second part was the choose your own device model. It's extremely great. It was something I've never done before. I'm in IT for 15 years. I'm in IT management for over 10 years. And it was always reduce complexity, standardization. And this was the first time it was the complete other way around. This is the first time you enable your employees to choose and go exactly the other way. So this was one thing that fascinated me extremely well. This is a story I really love to tell. When we started with Everphone in the beginning of 2021, we had some kind of friendly user test going on at a peer group that received the first devices. I think by the end of February, there were rumors spreading around in the company that there's something coming up. And by the time we started in mid-March 2021, we had some kind of unofficial waiting list with more than 80 people on it. And at that time, this was 20–25% of the company, of people that really wanted this to happen before we even announced it officially. I'm doing IT projects for like 15 years and I've never ever experienced an IT project that generated so much buzz and so much positive feedbacks from our employees. The people love that they can choose whatever device they want. The employees love that they can use the device for private reasons, so they don't have to carry two devices with them the whole day. People say it's cheap because we pay some baseline and the co-payment is not that much. and you also save on taxes with it. And the people love that the devices are fully insured. So if they drop them, if the display breaks or something like that, they just call Everphone, get a replacement within a few days. Since the day my Everphone smartphone arrived, I'm only carrying one device with me, so this is the biggest benefit for me. I don't have to have two devices in my pocket. I must admit, I also dropped my phone one time, and I had my replacement phone 2 days later. As an IT guy, I am relying on my smartphone. I have to be available many hours at a day, central part of my work. So I need my smartphone, and it's good to have a partner that supplies me with a replacement whenever something goes wrong. I would recommend Everphone to other companies, definitely, because of the sustainability, because of the flexibility, because of the positive impact on employee satisfaction, on employee retention. This is something you rarely see in the IT business, and therefore, yes, definitely I would recommend Everphone.